Hello F1 fans and welcome to the Formula 1 Paddock Pass podcast. My name is F1 Luke Sam and with me I have the two co-hosts F1Hannah and F1Karlo. We are three unique individuals who share love for the same sport, Formula 1. In today's episode we're going to be going over the Australian Grand Prix and my experience there as my first Grand Prix. And last but not least, we'll be listening to the Listeners Team Radio. So without further ado, get your passes out and let's enter the paddock. Before we get into this episode, just want to say apologies for the echo. This will be fixed next week, but hopefully it's not too much trouble for you guys. Enjoy! Paddock pass accepted. Please enjoy this episode.
Yes, everyone, I am F1Karlo, and I'm here linking up with the Australian god himself, F1Hannah and F1Hannah. So this podcast will be a very interesting one because Luke actually went to the Australian Grand Prix. However, first, as a Ferrari fan, I'd like to say I'm very, very happy.
And why wouldn't you be?
That
was an awesome result for Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc winning again, Max Verstappen and Red Bull out. Mm-hmm. So yes, I'm very, very happy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That kind of raises questions for the championship as well. Hey, we can get into that a little bit further. But how did you feel after the Charles Leclerc? I wouldn't say win. I'd say absolute
domination. Straight domination. You know, being a Ferrari fan for some years, being a bit depressing. And, sometimes I would be like, Verstappen, maybe I should root for him. However, this year, the full Ferrari in my heart has came out. So we're just seeing from lights out to crossing the line, the straight domination over, I don't even know, what was the gap between him and Perez at the end? Over like 15 seconds?
It was massive.
Yeah, easy, yeah.
It's just big smile.
But it also shows the two sides of F1, doesn't it? You've got Charles Leclerc absolutely dominating and Sainz binning it on lap 2.
Yes. The thing is with Sainz, like, I'm kind of scared now. He's going to drop into like a second driver role and just be the backup to Leclerc. Even though I feel like he does have the speed and he does have the consistency up until he lost it this weekend, which was kind of not his fault because, even before the race started, they had to switch his steering wheel out. And then apparently he had like anti-stall on the grid. So then,
I didn't know that.
So then pretty much from the start, he knew he just never had it in him. And then obviously he had a crash at the start. But,
I guess we're kind of seeing we were speaking about this earlier, a Charles Leclerc in a championship battle, not just driving for Ferrari. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole different beast.
Yeah. 100%.
I feel like last year, Sainz and Leclerc, they were really good teammates, but they weren't fighting for the championship. And now they are. I really feel like their dynamic might change. I hope not. I feel like their dynamic might change. They're both fighting for wins. There's more on the line. It might become way more tense than it was.
And I love that dynamic in Formula 1 as well. You've got two teammates that get along so well, but as soon as the prize is right in front of them, we see like the killer instinct kind of come out in both of them.
Yeah. I don't want Sainz to become a Bottas.
Nah.
No, me either.
I feel like for me though, in my opinion, if one of the two were going to cause some beef and argument within the team, I feel like it would be more Leclerc. I feel like he's got more of the arrogance within him that would be like, no, I want to be the winner. I want to win the championship. And then Sainz then might have to take the back foot. And I feel like Sainz, I don't know him personally, but he just looks like a guy that would just be happy maybe to just just see Ferrari win in general. So yeah.
Really? That's interesting. I feel like Sainz has really got that winning instinct in him. I really see him as a world champion. I don't know why. And I feel like he will not settle for being the second driver. And it's interesting because our opinions are so different on that.
Yeah. So I'll throw this to you, Hannah. If you had to see the next Ferrari champion as Leclerc or Sainz, who would it be?
I think for me it has to be Leclerc. I think he's been at Ferrari for longer. So far, there's only been 3 races, but he has dominated out of the 2. I would like to see him win one. That's not to say I wouldn't want Sainz to win, because I desperately do. But I think now, Leclerc first, maybe down
so
the
if
line.
someone had to win it, it would be Leclerc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is my
I see
prediction for
Leclerc
this
as
year
this-
as well.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I see Leclerc as this like Ferrari golden boy, and
Yeah.
my brain kind of blocks out any other driver winning the championship with Ferrari, like as the next champion, other than Leclerc. Like as much as I love Sainz, my brain won't let me see him win a championship over Leclerc if they're at the same team.
Well, I mean, he's came through the Ferrari Academy. He's joined Ferrari. He's won in Monza with Ferrari. Like, I feel like Ferrari will just give everything to Leclerc and just be like, he is our star. He is our future. He's on like a 7-year contract as well.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
they signed him so young as well.
Yeah.
They put a lot of faith in him at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into sort of the results of qualifying in the race, I saw a TikTok earlier and it had me in stitches, and it's pretty much what's happened in between the last Australian Grand Prix and this Grand Prix. It's almost word for word, so credit to this guy. I don't know what his name is, but since the last Australian Grand Prix, Donald Trump was president. Nobody knew where Ukraine was. Corona was just a crap beer. Lewis Hamilton won his 6th championship. Lewis Hamilton won his 7th championship. Max Verstappen won Lewis Hamilton's 8th championship. Alex Albon got promoted to Red Bull, got fired, did a year abroad, and now races for Williams. Alonso retired, won the 24-hour Le Mans, come back to F1 and won the 24 hours of defending Lewis in Hungary. Ferrari went from having the worst season ever to having Leclerc winning not only the drivers, but right now he's winning the whole constructors. Kimi retired, and Mercedes become a midfield team and got out qualified by an Alfa Romeo.
Oh, that
How
list
crazy
gets
is it?
me. The bit is like, Max Verstappen wins Lewis's 8th world title. I can't believe that since the Grand Prix is like, Lewis has won his 6th and 7th and 8th, but we won't talk about that. But 6 world titles seems like so long ago, and that's how long it's been since we've been to Australia. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, when he won his 6th title, we were kind of sick of it, and then he would just win and won a 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And then the craziest season in F1 happened last year to make him not win the 8th. So crazy things have happened since the last time we went there.
Corona didn't exist.
No.
Yeah, Corona was just a bad beer.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have Corona in England, correct?
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay.
To be fair, I've never tried it though.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Not one of my
it
favorite beers.
It doesn't taste that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to bust a myth here as well. Do English people drink warm beer, or is it always cold?
No.
It's mainly always cold.
Okay, because someone told me that they drink warm beer.
No.
I'm like, I couldn't think of anything worse.
I can't think
Or
of
maybe
some
it's
beer
not supposed to be warm. It's not supposed to be warm. Maybe it's just like they left out in the sun, and then they've just gone like, oh, might as well just drink it.
Yeah. To get us back on track, now I was at the Australian Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And for anyone that's been at a Grand Prix, it's very hard to follow it. So I'm going to throw this over to you guys with the results and how you think the Grand Prix was watching it. And being able to listen to Crofty, because we had some crappy Australian commentators. You know what they said? During qualifying, Max come out first or second in Q3, and they mentioned how he got purple sectors in every single sector. Like, man, it's the first lap of Q3.
Yeah.
And it was at that moment I was like, these guys don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're not crofty. They are not crofty at all.
No one will ever be crofty. So what did you guys think of the race and the results?
I loved the race. I actually thought it was really good. It was definitely worth waking up at 4 a.m. for. It really was. I think the result, I was really happy with the result. I, as we all know, predicted number 1 and 2. I don't know why I thought Max would DNF. I just did, and I wasn't disappointed.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm really happy for George's podium as well. I was really happy about that. I really like George Russell, and I'm glad he got on the podium.
Yes, me too. That was amazing. His first proper podium, you could say.
Yeah, and Charles, of course, pole, win, fastest lap, and led every lap.
Grand
What do they
Slam.
call it?
The
The
whole
Grand
Grand
Slam.
Slam.
Slam. first Ferrari Grand Slam since 2010. Fernando Alonso.
Wow.
In Singapore.
Singapore, wow.
Wow, incredible. Well done, Leclerc.
He deserves it though. He very well deserves it.
Yeah.
Very much.
Anyone you think that was stiff?
Hamilton.
Yeah.
As in.
Do you think he should have been on the podium?
Yeah. I feel like, as well, this might be a bit controversial. He let Perez pass too easily compared to how Russell was defending Perez. I feel like Hamilton could have defended more, because then maybe, I know Perez eventually did get past Russell. I feel like Hamilton could have done a better job. And then,
but also the team radio that come through from Mercedes saying if it's going to take up too much of your tyres, let him pass. Do you think that was the right call?
No.
It kind of felt like team orders to Red Bull.
Yeah, and I don't like how they're saying it. Like, would they have ever said that to Hamilton? I don't think so. Telling Lewis, hey Lewis, just think about your tyres, blah blah blah.
I think Lewis is also mature enough to say no.
Yeah.
And kind of has his head screwed on right.
Yeah.
He would have said, no, I'm racing him.
But at that time, Verstappen was still in the Grand Prix, so Russell was trying to hang on to that third place for all he could. So he was like, this is my time. If he can keep Perez back for another 15 laps, he's getting his first podium. And it would have been impressive. I know Perez did actually get past him in the end, but it would have been very impressive if he kept that Red Bull behind, because that Red Bull was so much faster than the Mercedes.
So much faster, yeah. You're saying that Mercedes did very well.
Yeah, I was
they did extremely
surprised.
well.
Them and McLaren. Luke.
Yeah. I was so pumped. Even just to watch Daniel Ricciardo drive past, it was so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be really, I'm trying to put into perspective, if Sainz finished the Grand Prix, he probably would have been maybe in between the McLarens or above them.
Yeah. Very
and
possible.
if Max didn't DNF, it would have put Ricciardo in P8 and Lando P7, which is still really good. And they were really fortunate with the DNFs. But it was still really good to see them get P5 and P6.
Especially that they were both in the points. I feel like if we were going to have a lucky weekend for McLaren, it'd be like, oh, one of them fourth or one of them fifth. They were both right there next to each other, and that was really good to see. Yeah,
there wasn't a massive gap.
Yeah.
For a lot of the Grand Prix, they were very, very close to each other.
Yeah.
So I think even at the time they told Ricciardo to not pass Norris, because Ricciardo was actually closing in, but they just wanted to secure the P5, P6 because of everything that's happened in Bahrain and Saudi. They just need good points, really.
Yeah. I was very mature as a team.
Yeah, something I was thinking was, because it's Ricciardo's home race, would the team let Ricciardo pass Norris? Would there be team orders? But I thought probably not. They're not going to risk it. And it's just a home race. Would they do that for Norris at Silverstone? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think they would.
No.
I'm very, doesn't matter where we are. If it's your home race, I'm going to be supporting you. I'm not a Max fan, but when we go to Zandvoort, I'm a Max fan kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but that's just the way I'm with, when we go to Canada, Stroll and Latifi, I want to be supporting them too.
Yeah.
That's a good segue into the qualifying crash between them.
Yes.
What were your guys' perception of that?
From watching it, I can't lie, right? Watching it for the first time, I was like, what is Latifi doing? I didn't understand why. I mean, I understand he let Stroll through. Then Stroll wasn't on a fast lap, and Latifi thought he was on a fast lap, hence why he let him through.
Yeah.
Latifi realised Stroll was on a slow lap, so he tried to get in front for the clean air or whatever reason. But it was just such a misunderstanding, and why did that happen?
Yeah, at face value, as soon as I saw it, I was like, what is Latifi doing? You've just let him pass and now you're trying to get past? What's going on there? But the more you look at it, why is Stroll taking an apex on a slow lap? And why is he not looking in his mirrors kind of thing? And it was 100% Stroll's fault. Yeah. I flamed Latifi straight away, and I think that's just out of habit. But at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, do we all agree it was Stroll?
Yeah. And I feel like I saw something on Twitter, just numerous crashes Stroll's had by just not looking in his mirrors. Because even in Saudi Arabia, they gave Albon the penalty for their little crash they had. And I felt that was kind of in my opinion, Stroll's fault. Albon's behind him.
Yeah.
Stroll knows he's behind him. Albon tries to overtake. Stroll shuts the door, and then they both like get out. And then they said it was Albon's fault, but Stroll. Personally, I don't think he's a very good driver. Bit controversial, but
I feel
see,
like
I'm
he's
kind of
proved
on the
himself.
other side. I think with 2 podiums in a pole position, he's got potential. And I know it's a lot to say potential for someone who's been in the sport for so long. I think he's a little bit overlooked. He just does some really, really silly things.
Yeah. That doesn't help him, like, at all.
Sticking with the same team, should we talk about how atrocious Vettel's weekend was? His first weekend back in the new season, and he's just out halfway through the race. It was really unfortunate.
He spent more time on a scooter than in his car, probably.
Yeah, I've honestly felt really bad. I mean, obviously, he's not as used to the car as the other drivers are since he missed 2 race weekends, and that is a long time if you think about it. 2 whole race weekends, 3 practice sessions each, so 6, 2 qualifyings, 2 race. Like, you know, it's a long time to miss out, and I don't know. I feel like that was one of the reasons why he maybe didn't. Actually, no. Did he? What was the reason he DNF'd? Was it any? Oh, he did. He spun.
He rode the curb. Yeah, he binned it. I think he's had probably the worst month out of any F1 driver ever. He's missed 2 sessions because of COVID. He, correct me if I'm wrong, crashed out in FP1.
Yeah.
Didn't have the car ready for FP2. Had a failure in FP3. He got 1 lap in qualifying.
Should have missed qualifying, but
the red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would have missed qualifying if it wasn't for that red flag. And we all love Seb. I felt so sorry for him. All I wanted to do was see him on track, and we barely saw him.
Yeah, a really expensive weekend for Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the race, he's just going wide all the time. Like, you can tell he's not comfortable in the car, and that car is just not good.
The Aston Martin mustn't be good. And I know in 3 years, 4 years, the money they're pumping into their car and all that, it should be good, and they should be at like a top 4 at least team. But right now, that would be a nightmare to drive.
Yeah,
100%.
Completely agree.
But in saying that, they haven't had Seb for the first 2 races, and I don't think Stroll is the best person to be giving feedback about that Aston Martin. So with Sebastian Vettel in that car, they should see improvements, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I really hope they do.
Oh,
I think they'll get a podium.
He'll get a podium. 100%. I'm pretty sure he's got a podium in the last 10 F1 seasons. Maybe more than that. So there will be a crazy race later on this year.
Yeah,
he'll find a way.
You can clip it now. He will get a podium later on in the season, 100%.
Yeah.
Interesting. I love that. It's very bold.
I couldn't believe this after the race, that George Russell is P2 in the championship. I can't see how that has worked out, but obviously that's what the numbers say. And that is crazy when you think about it, because I feel like Merck.
I think he was even surprised.
Yeah. It's obviously to do with the Red Bulls and how unreliable they've been. But I still love to see it.
Yes, that was very good to see.
Consistency. That's what you have to call Russell so far at Mercedes. Since he's came, he's just done his job, really. Just Bahrain finished like close behind Lewis. Saudi, Lewis had an off weekend, so George had to step up. He finished P4, P5, and then obviously last weekend in Australia he's got on a podium. So yeah, George, Mr. Consistent.
Yeah,
Mr. Consistent.
A
lot of people doubted him, didn't they? A lot of people thought he wasn't going to do any good. I had faith. I like him.
Me too.
Yeah, he's definitely got the quality, and you can only learn with a 7-time champion as your teammate. So yeah, just give them time. But the one I can't wait for Russell and Hamilton to actually start like fighting, like during a race. That's gonna be crazy.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah,
it's bound to happen.
I really want to see him come out on top.
Who do you think will?
Who do we think?
Yeah, who do you think will?
We'll start with you, Hannah. We'll start with you.
Oh, you know what? The other day after the race, I said that I think Russell is going to get P2 or P3 in the championship at the end of the season. But I think I was just speaking with my heart. I think actually Lewis will probably beat George at the end of the season, but I do think George will be really close to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my purple cap on.
Yeah.
I can't see George beating Lewis, but
I've got my LEDs
full
purple.
credit to George, really good driver.
Well, to be fair, I'll back George. I'll say that maybe Hamilton will get unlucky, and it won't be his fault. Like, he might get a few car problems later on, and Mr. Consistent will just take the 4th places all the way to the end of the season and finish ahead of him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But with Australia,
Go ahead.
Sorry, with Australia, how did you find the new track layout? Because obviously they changed it quite dramatically since last time we went there. How do you think, like, did it improve the racing?
It was hard to tell because I could only see a couple corners, but I think it did. And I think that the drivers that didn't drive there last time really benefited. Like Sonoda, not really during the race, but I think it's like Norris especially. People that haven't driven there like the old circuit before, driving this one, it's a clean slate for them.
Yeah, because
did Norris not drive in
2019? Yeah, his first race.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, his first race actually in F1 was probably it would have been Australia.
DTS fan over here.
Getting cancelled after this, but
first episode in like... Luke off the pod.
Yeah, off. Later, get someone who knows stuff.
No, we need you for our technical difficulties.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll just be that weird tech guy in the corner.
But I actually read somewhere that in Australia apparently there was more on-track overtakes than in Saudi Arabia, which I found like very surprising because in Saudi it just looked like, maybe because the battle was only for the leads and the cameras were really like only on Leclerc versus Verstappen, I was really excited. But in Australia, because no one was really battling Leclerc, I was a bit more like, this race is average. However, in the midfield battle, surely with like the new cars, the new layouts, apparently there was more overtakes. So yeah.
I mean, we love a good midfield battle. Yeah. Would you rather see the overtakes at the front or in the midfield? Because I want to see them at the front.
Yeah.
I want to see them at the front. They need to do split screen somehow. Everyone needs to figure out how to do split screen. So if two things are happening at once, you have. I know they have the little like box
the thing on the left,
grid is, but they can. I'm sure they can figure out a way to do like Mario Kart, like 2 at once or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Crofty would have a mare though. He wouldn't know what to look at.
Oh wait, that's a really good point.
He would be so excited. He wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Well, let's just have Crofty and Karun talking at the exact same time.
You can choose your audio.
Press the red button.
Yeah.
If you're a Sky Glass customer,
if you're a Sky Q.
Oh man.
We have to talk about Albon and his 57 lap tyre stint on the hards.
How could we forget?
Driver of the day.
Driver of the day. Yeah, well,
to be fair, on track, I was convinced he pitted. I didn't know that he hadn't pitted. So I thought that he was in P7 like from merit.
The thing is, I saw him in P7 and I was thinking, right, he has to pit at some point. Otherwise, he's going to get a penalty. Is it worth just getting the penalty, or is his pit? But then obviously, I think Brundle said he was going to get 30-second penalty if he didn't pit, which would have taken him right to the back.
Pitting. Does that not disqualify you? Oh,
I thought it would, but then they were talking about penalties and stuff, so I don't actually know the rule about that. But you definitely.
I know on the game, on the F1 game, it disqualifies you. I've done it before. But yeah, I've done it before. But even I saw after the race, that funny like interaction between him and Norris. Yeah. Norris was like, he should have just not pitted, and Alex was like, well, I wanted to, but the team obviously.
But he ended up in the points anyway, so that's great.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did that because the amount of pit time, like, I just feel like it wouldn't have calculated, but it did.
His pace never really dropped that much during the race on the hard tyres. Like, you would think in a slower car he would already be like 5% slower than like the McLarens and like the Alpines. And then obviously when they pit for new tyres, he's gonna then be even slower. But his pace was always like around within a second with the rest of them, which was very impressive.
So what's the opposite of a curse? Because that number one Williams seat has done wonders.
A blessing.
Absolute miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Could we see him potentially go back to Red Bull?
No.
Is that like no, he won't, or you don't want him to?
I think I don't want him to, but I also think he won't. I don't think they've got someone like Perez in that seat. I don't think they're going to bring Albon back, even if Perez starts to drop off. No, but I feel like even if Perez starts to drop off and Albon improves, they would just pick someone else.
Like Pierre Gasly?
Yeah. I don't want Pierre to go back either, but someone else maybe.
I don't want anyone in that second Red Bull seat.
No. Should we just have one driver?
Apart from Perez. I feel like Perez is actually...
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Perez is the best second driver ever.
Mm-hmm. If Perez was out of the equation, though, one seat.
One seat.
Also, I want to talk about this. The bit that got me the most, like, oh my goodness, in the whole race was Schumacher nearly hitting the back of someone under the safety car.
Sonoda.
Yeah.
Was it Sonoda?
I don't know who he was hitting the back of.
It was Sonoda, it was.
I was going to ask Luke, did you see any of that, or did you have to watch it in the highlights?
No, so that was on the pit straight, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was at turn 9 and 10 for the race. It was on the other side.
Okay.
But they showed a replay.
On the big screen.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
And the safety car's on the other side, so we're just watching the big screen. There's a replay come up, and everyone just collectively gasped at the exact same time.
Yeah.
I saw it, and I was like, what happened there? And obviously, like, the cars were coming past at that point, so you cannot hear anything. You just see that, and you're not given any context.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I suppose he was just accelerating too much and braking not enough. I don't know, but it was scary.
Maybe lost concentration at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of close calls, Sainz spinning back onto the track and nearly being hit by another car when he crashed at the start.
Oh, who was it? I think Bottas.
Was it
whoever avoided him
Hasses?
just done like the best reaction like to avoid that collision ever in F1.
Oh,
that was crazy good.
That was right in front of me as well.
Yeah, you must have seen that. And you must have seen Magnussen at that same corner.
Yes.
You got a good view that weekend.
We got a very good spot. Yeah. Well, the first 3 days I was just scouting good spots. Yeah. And that was the best one I found. It was like it was packed like a sardine though. Everyone found that spot.
Yeah. It's a good spot to watch from though. I don't blame everyone.
There was also Perez and Hamilton. When Perez overtook Hamilton and then he kind of went like wide and deep into the corner. And then Hamilton was going to get him back, but then like the safety car came out to just ruin it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was right
going
in
to
front
be
of me
a
as well.
crazy battle into that corner, but safety car obviously ruined it.
Yeah.
Luke, you were obviously at the Grand Prix. The big question is, who was your favourite person that you met? Driver, non-driver, anyone?
My favourite person from the weekend was easily by far Esteban Ocon.
We've seen the videos.
We've all seen the video. For anyone who hasn't, Esteban was spending lots of time with everyone. This is on the Thursday, and there was probably maybe 4,000 people at the Melbourne Walk, which is where the drivers walk in and out. And Esteban was leaving, and he stopped and he signed everything. If someone wanted a photo, he'd give it to him. He walked up to us, and I just said, "Say something." And he thought it was a photo, so he just smiled, and it was awkward for probably 2 seconds. And then he said, "Oh, sorry, I thought it was a photo." Yeah. And then he pointed at me and he said, "The legend is here."
Get that tattooed across your chest or something.
I need to tattoo that somewhere, I think. And I hope Esteban's a big fan of this podcast, I heard, but I hope he never listens to this part. I'm a Pierre Gasly over Esteban guy. And I hope he doesn't know that, but after meeting him,
are you going to switch lanes?
I don't know. I'm absolutely torn. But I did meet. The Thursday was the best day to go because I did meet lots of drivers. I've got a list. Are you guys ready?
Oh, hit us.
We are.
Not even just drivers, everyone. So Leclerc, who I got a signature from as well. Sainz was a bit dodgy. He walked right up to us. We met him, and then his trainer come and picked him up in an Alfa Romeo, and he drove off. So I didn't get to spend much time with him. Verstappen, Perez, Tsunoda ran past us.
I saw that.
Did you see that Drive to Survive clip where he's like, I don't run and I don't do cardio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He ran past us.
He was obviously in a rush.
Gasly was just happy to be there. Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, who I've got a little bit of a gripe with. He did the same thing as Carlos, except probably 5 people over on my right. He stopped and he walked out and he walked past us. And then he come back in 5 people after us on our left. So he completely skipped us. My theory is he saw me and he knew who I was. He got a little bit nervous and he decided to skip.
He wanted a picture with you, Luke, but he didn't know how to say it.
Yeah. I also met Ocon, obviously. Norris, who is bigger than I thought. Ricciardo, who is smaller than I thought.
Really?
Alonso, Gunter, Horner, Liam Lawson, Crofty, Martin Brundle, Karun Shandog, Andreas Seidel, Frederick Vasseur, Kim Illman, the photographer, and Robert Kubica. And also Ted Kravitz, who... not going to touch on it too much. We're not going to talk too much about Kravitz, but I was not very happy.
No, you weren't.
Mr. Notebook himself.
Mr. Notebook. And then he went and did a shoey.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
I saw it.
Like, awesome. We got to sing Happy Birthday to Gunter because it was his birthday on Thursday.
Yeah, bless him.
It's so funny. I think it would have been... Do you guys do Hip Hip Hooray after singing Happy Birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people were saying... Australia's the only place that does it. Okay. Because someone told me that would have been his first ever Hip Hip Hooray. And that made me think a little bit.
Aww.
But surely other countries do it, right?
I'm sure they do. Well,
if you're listening, tell us where you're from, and if you do the Hip Hip Hooray.
Our comments are going to be...
I'm actually interested.
They're probably thinking, what's going on? Like, what is...
In saying that, I didn't meet any Williams drivers. Mercedes drivers, I really wanted to meet Lewis. Any Aston Martin, Schumacher, and I'm going to single out Toto because I really wanted to meet Toto. But yeah, you guys have been to a Grand Prix before, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a way to meet drivers at Silverstone?
So there's this little bridge, right? And I didn't know this when I got there, but from walking around and happening to be at the right place at the right time, I found out there's this little bridge that leads to the exit to the paddock, or whatever it is, the hospitality to the exit. And Lando Norris drove past, and there was lots of people there, and I assumed that was the place to meet drivers, but it was really late in the day, and so I feel like the prime time was gone. So I didn't see a place where everyone was waiting, but there was a place where you were able to see them close up.
Yeah. So I think that's what makes Melbourne a little bit unique. I don't know if there's any other tracks that have a walk that they have to walk through to get to the paddock.
It's such a good idea as well. I feel like more tracks should have it.
Yeah, it was I loved it.
Of course, all the fans
would go back next year.
And the thing is, I'm sure the drivers would love it too. Obviously, I'm sure they get tired of it, as would any celebrity. But, especially for Danny Rick, I'm sure he really enjoyed seeing all his home fans and all his supporters, and I'm sure he
could not take the smile off his face.
Pictures. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, another bloke that looked just happy to be there was Pierre Gasly. He didn't stop and talk to many people, but he walked through everyone and fist bumped everyone as he walked past.
Yeah.
With the biggest smile on his face.
I'm surprised he wasn't skipping past. No,
he literally could have been.
Yeah.
That's how happy he looked.
Obviously you met, a lot of drivers, which is great, but you also met some other content creators. What was it like meeting other people that do the same thing as you?
I'm someone that gets extremely nervous before anything. So before meeting these content creators, I was like, what if they don't like me? And blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the sweetest people I've ever met. I met Enchante Erin, F1 Lucy, F1 Jaden, the nicest people ever.
It's so nice.
Pretty much spent majority of the weekend with them, and I wouldn't change it. They were awesome.
It's so nice to meet people who do the same thing as you, because you just have so much to talk about. Like, first of all, you obviously all like Formula One, and second of all, you all make content, and those are two massive things that you all do, and it's so great to have that in common and to talk about it all.
Yeah, and if seeing F1 cars and F1 drivers wasn't my favourite part, it was definitely meeting them. And also being stopped by fans. That's
crazy. I can't believe that. I mean, I can believe that, but I can't believe that.
The biggest Australian TikToker.
Yeah, apparently. I'll claim that
F1
title. F1 TikToker.
Yeah.
I had this. I wrote down this. There's one interaction that stuck with me, and I think I met over 100 people, probably more, like 100 photos.
That's crazy.
But the people that like called out to me, just saying like F1 Luke Sam or the TikTok guy, well over 100. So I was walking it was in the middle of the paddock, and there was this little, maybe I'm not gonna say little, but 7 or 8 year old kid, and I can't remember his name. I think it was Jack, but he was just like staring up at me, and he said, "Hi."
Oh.
I was like, "Hello," and I was like,
hero.
I was like, I think this guy knows who I am. So I was like, "What's your name?" I think it was Jack. Sorry if that's not your name, but and then he was like, "My name's Jack." I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Luke." And then his dad walked up and he said, "What are you doing?" And then his son kind of just looked at him and then looked at me and then looked at him, and his dad was like, "Oh my God, is this the guy you've been talking about for the last 2 weeks?"
Oh.
I was
so
like,
cute.
"Oh, that is so cute."
Oh.
And then his dad went to take a photo and powered his phone off. I don't know how he's done it. So I had to make small talk with a 9-year-old for 2 minutes.
Oh.
And I'm sure you guys have spoken to children before. Like, "What's your name?" "Jack." "Who's your favourite driver?" "Verstappen." "Enjoying your weekend?" "Yes." I was like, I've just asked this guy 3 questions. It's lasted 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, what am I meant to do? But we got it sorted, and he was just very happy, and that made me very happy.
That is really sweet.
Yeah.
That he'd obviously been talking about you, being like, "Dad, I want to meet this guy."
Yeah, that was very sweet, and I kind of imagine him going home or like going to school and showing his friends and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes me happy.
And obviously, have you booked to go to any other F1 races yet?
I really wanted to go to Silverstone. Well, this has made me want to follow the F1 circus everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it literally is a circus, and there is such a thing as like an F1 high kind of thing. And I got a lot of comments saying, "Why would you, like, it's not like a soccer or football match. Why would you go there?" It's a completely different atmosphere. It's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
It's extremely good.
Now, when there's a Grand Prix now, I feel like I'm missing out. If I'm
Yeah,
not there.
biggest case. I'll have the biggest case of FOMO every Grand Prix for the rest of my life.
Literally.
That I'm not there. But there's tickets for Singapore that come out tomorrow at midday. So I'm going to snatch some grandstand tickets for that, travel over there.
That would be
Really
so
wanted
good.
to go to Silverstone, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But there's always next year. But Singapore, I cannot wait.
Yeah, Singapore will
I'll
be
be there.
amazing. It's another
We've got the
track
Aussie-
that we haven't been to for a couple of years.
Yeah. We've got the Aussie TikTok squad going. So we're all going to grab grandstand tickets, grab some accommodation and fly out together.
Oh, that would be so fun.
You guys should join us.
Maybe we should.
Maybe.
Maybe
I
we'll see
don't know.
We
that.
can do a podcast over there.
Flights to Singapore is like 20 hours, I think. So
Oh, yeah, true.
it's
I think that's the
crazy.
closest Grand Prix to us. That and Japan.
Yeah. I feel like Australia is one of the tracks and one of the races I want to go to the most. But the only thing that's pulling me back is the journey is so long.
So far.
That's what
I don't
that's
even
what
like
turned me off,
flying already. But
Yeah, it's literally 24 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what turned me off going to Silverstone. It's like a 16-hour flight, a stopover in Dubai, and then like another however much flight to England.
Yeah.
And the worst part is going back.
Mm-hmm.
Going back with after that F1 high.
At least when you're going there, you're excited. You're like, I can't wait, blah blah blah. But on the way back, when you're like, oh my days, now they're still there and I have to leave. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's like I've got work in 3 days.
Here's a question. I've thought about this before, but if you were going to do like a holiday mixed with the race, so say you were going to, I don't know, race in Portugal, and you had to make it into a holiday, so you were there for a week, would you rather go watch the F1 and then relax and have a holiday and then come back, or would you rather relax F1 and then just go straight home? Because for me, I would just 100% want the F1 to be at the end, because once all the F1 is gone, I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here.
See, I would go the other way.
Really?
I would put F1 first, because I feel like if the F1's at the end, I'll just be wishing my holiday away until F1's there.
I get you, yeah.
True.
Yeah, and then after that, after the Grand Prix, I can kind of just sit by the beach and think about what just happened, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. Time to relax afterwards.
And then you'd either be crying because your favorite driver's been retired, or you're happy because your favorite driver's won. So yeah,
exactly. The thing about me, I've got like 20 of my favorite drivers on the grid this
everyone
year.
Apart from that one.
I don't think I dislike anyone too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's so good because you're hardly ever disappointed.
Yeah, and I bought like 4 or 5 different teams merch on the weekend. I calculated it. I think I spent in Australian currency. I'll let you guys guess. How much do you think I spent?
it's like 80 £80 a top, right? So if it's 5, don't know.
I reckon you spent
over
£300. I don't know what that conversion is.
I'm saying 400 Australian dollars, whatever.
Look, I'll get up the conversion. I'll say it in both currencies. It was more than I thought. Okay. So in your pound sterling,
Yeah.
Australian dollars, it was $1,025.
Oh.
So in pounds, it was 588
Oh
pounds.
my gosh. That's still a lot.
I'm a bit more relieved, but that's still a lot. When you said 1,000, I was thinking, whoa.
Yeah, no, they juiced the prices there, and there was actually on the news there were complaints that the price was too high. Like a jumper that's normally, or a t-shirt that's normally $120, we're selling for $160 or $180. That really cool Aston Martin jacket, the long sleeve,
Yeah,
on sale on the website for 220 Australian dollars, selling it at the Grand Prix for on the Thursday 300, and for the rest of the weekend 350. They were really milking it.
It's crazy.
they know what they're doing.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Because people do eventually buy it, to be fair. So
Yeah, that's true. Well, it was a very good weekend, and it was also a very good weekend in terms of championship predictions for you, Hannah. You absolutely smashed it.
I did smash it, absolutely, if I say so myself.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I just thought Max would DNF, Perez P2, and I happened to be right.
There you go. I remember you saying in our group chat, I'm going to pick something a little bit different, and I think me and Karlo laughed.
Yeah.
What was it again?
What, my top 3 prediction?
Yeah.
I think I went Leclerc, Perez, Sainz.
Sainz, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh no, I went Norris first, and then I changed my mind and said Sainz.
Yeah. So that's put you on 12 points in our little championship. For anyone playing at home, you get 6 points for getting P1 right, 4 points for getting P2 right, 2 points for getting P3 right, and then a point if you get a podium place but in the wrong spot. You've racked up 12.
I know.
Put it into perspective. I'm on 2 and Carlo's on 1.
listen,
I might do a Leclerc and run away with it.
Yeah, you pretty much have.
Yeah.
I'm seeing myself as kind of like the Verstappen. I've just been unlucky. So like, just give me time. I'll be there at the end of the season.
I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself though. Next week, things could swap around. You two could be first and second, and I could be last. You just don't know.
This is true. I mean, unlikely, but anything.
I mean,
can happen.
it
This is
looks
Formula
crazy, but I think it's reasonably easy to guess two positions correctly.
That's what I thought. That's what
I thought as well.
I was like Leclerc and Verstappen, and then it just
Okay.
It's just like
Yeah,
signs.
it sounds like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
The hardest decision is who do I put P1, Leclerc or Verstappen?
Yeah.
And the other one's just going to go P2.
Yeah, true.
Oh my
I guess I just have a gift.
That's right. Well, let's see how you go in this next competition. I'm really excited for this one. Aussie Slang. Are you guys familiar with it?
I am not familiar with Aussie Slang. No.
Have you ever been to Australia?
I only found out today that Vegemite is a thing. So I have no hope at all.
I do know what thongs are, though. That's
Okay.
the
Wait,
only
The
Australia?
Aussie thong?
The Australian ones.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright, shall we get started?
Let's go.
Any
no.
non-Aussies playing at home, be sure to let us know how you go. Even Aussies, because some of these are hard, but I mean, I feel like I can't say that because I know all of them. The first one is, I'll give you the word, I'll let you try and guess it, and then I'll put it in a sentence as well.
Okay.
After you've tried to guess it. So the first one is a cold one.
Is that just like a fizzy drink, like a cold, like a Coke or a Fanta or something? That's my guess.
A cold one. I have no idea. Like, to be fair, I'll just agree with Hannah and just say I'm going for a fizzy drink as well.
I think we'll get you to guess first next time.
No.
Actually, I think you guys know the next one, but alright, I'll put in a sentence. Can you get a cold one out of the esky for me?
The esky.
You just put in another word that I don't know.
Oh, esky is Aussie slang.
What's an esky? And then I might not.
Is it
Esky is like a cooler.
Is that an ice cube?
No. Esky is like a cooler. It's like
Is it like a
put
beer?
stuff in it to keep it cool. Yeah, it is a beer.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Well done.
I love how you have a
Alright.
whole other name for one drink.
Well, we've got cold one, tinny, or stubby.
Is a tinny like a
tinny-
can?
Yes.
'Cause it's like-
what's a
it's
stubby?
tinny.
It's making sense now.
Mm-hmm.
And what's a stubby?
A stubby is a bottle. Like
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give
Are
you
you
a citizenship,
Australian?
I think, after this.
I mean,
All right, this one, Hannah, I know you know it, but
Okay.
Karlo,
No.
what does bloody oath mean?
Bloody oath.
Bloody oath.
and Luke says it a lot.
Did Leclerc? I say it so much. Did Leclerc win the AusGP? Yeah, bloody oath.
Is it like heck yeah? Of course.
Yeah, it means like yes or it's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
a point for me as well.
Ding. Alright, this next one is a booze bus.
A booze bus.
Booze
Like
bus.
I mean, I'm
A party
thinking
bus,
of like drinking in a car, but that's not safe.
Yeah, a party bus.
So, no, I don't know.
A party bus?
Is it like, okay, this is a really weird guess, but is it like you have to go to somewhere on public transport because you're drinking?
Not even close.
Oh,
We
a
need the
booze
sentence. We need the
bus?
sentence.
The sentence is, on your way home, hope you don't get stopped by the booze bus.
Oh, the police.
Kind of.
Like-
wait, where was like the authorities?
You're on the right track, yeah.
A booze bus.
I don't know.
But what? Yeah, this one.
No idea. A booze bus it's a police vehicle, but it's a big bus that pulls over drivers and breath tests you.
I do not
It's
know
a
that
bus.
exists.
You have a bus
Is it-
that does that.
Yeah, so it's a big bus, but there's cops on the side of the road that pull you over, and if you're caught drink driving, then you go into the bus.
That's crazy. We just have
Yeah,
police
so called
cars
a
that
booze
do
bus.
that.
Yeah.
What, just like sit on the side of the road and pull you over? Or
No, they just follow. Well, they might do, but like they'll just follow you and stop you if it looks like you're drink driving.
You just
There's
be
no
pulled
lack of
over.
us.
Yeah.
So if you're a good drink driver, then there's no chance you're getting pulled over.
Pretty much not.
Not endorsing
Unless
it at all.
unless someone else complains that you're driving erratically, or you just happen to the chance that you get pulled over at the time you're drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, moving on. This next one, cobber.
Does that mean like hit someone?
Cobber with B. COBBER.
No, not clobber. Right.
Cobber. But that could like lead the sentence because like cobber could mean literally anything.
How you doing, cobber?
It's like mate.
Yeah, like
a friend.
A close friend though. A close friend.
Yeah.
Not like,
Very good friend.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah.
Let's go.
This next one could be almost the opposite, depending on how you take it. Drongo.
Is it like I could just say like a
Mate, you're such a drongo.
like a just annoying. Like, what are you doing?
You're a drongo.
Drongo.
Stop being a drongo.
Drongo.
Is it like a party pooper?
You reckon it's someone who's annoying, Hannah?
I'm just gonna say like someone who's like a party pooper.
Okay.
Someone that's dull and they don't want to like take a risk. They don't want to go on an adventure.
Okay.
If you get what I mean.
That's a good answer. A drongo is a fool or someone who's clumsy or does stupid things.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You're a drongo. We also call them dags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dads or dykes?
Sorry? Dag.
Oh, dags.
D-A-G.
Oh.
A dag. Like, he's such a dag. Such a dag. The last one, this one to me is super self-explanatory, but I want to wait to put it in a sentence. Yui.
It's like a U-turn.
Yeah, you bust a Yui. We say
Yeah, you chuck a Yui. Chuck a Yui, mate.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you missed our turn.
We say Yui.
Chuck a Yui, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn, that's not Aussie.
No, it's not. Maybe it is when we stole it. Or maybe you stole it from us.
Yes.
Maybe.
Just like our flag.
There's history there.
I'll call up ScoMo. He's a big fan of the podcast. I'll just let him know to change it. Alright, I've quizzed you guys. Hannah, I think it's time for you to expose me and Karlo.
Okay, we have some questions.
Karlo, are you pretty up to date with F1 knowledge?
I'd like to say I am. And my friends would normally quiz me about F1, like, because they think
you've been
I know
training for
too
this.
much. No, not training. Like, I'll just say, like, in general, if I'm with my friends, and then they'll try and find someone that knows about F1 and be like, oh, we've got a mate, see if you can test them on anything, because that's all I do. They just know all I do is F1. So I feel like I have a good chance of getting everything right here, to be honest.
So
interesting.
The thing about these questions is they're not like history based. A lot of them are based on the last Grand Prix. And no, Luke, don't worry. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I've also got a shocking memory, so...
Okay, so do I. I think, oh my goodness, on another note, TikTok has ruined my memory. My short-term memory is so bad, and I think it's due to TikTok anyway. So, you guys at home, we would love you to play along with us and let us know how many you got right, how many you didn't. Get your pen and paper ready, because we got 5 questions here that I'm going to ask, okay? You ready?
Do we need pen and paper as well?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, Karlo, we're on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Should we have like a structure? Like, who wants to answer first? Or should we? I'll just do one each.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Which team had the fastest pit stop at the Australian Grand Prix? So, Luke, do you want to go first?
Yeah, well, I know I could be getting 2 facts wrong here in one foul swoop. McLaren got the fastest 2 pit stops the first 2 races, right?
Yes, that is true.
So I'm going to try and play it safe and say McLaren.
Okay, Karlo.
I'm not copying here, but I'm not going to copy you. I was going to also say McLaren did have the fastest 2 in the first 2 races. However, after watching the race, I remember whose stop was it that was very, very quick. I'm going to go for the Alpine.
Okay, so you're actually both wrong.
Oh.
The answer is Red Bull.
Oh, of course.
But McLaren did have a
that.
really good stop, though. McLaren are on fire with the pit stops. Okay. The next question.
I'll take that.
This should be pretty straightforward. Who came 9th in the Australian Grand Prix?
I couldn't even follow the race.
I did not know this. I definitely had to just look at the grid and pick a number and be like, I need them to guess that one.
Oh, wait.
I know who was 10th and I know who was 8th. Oh god.
I think let me not say pretty sure. It's between 2 drivers.
Okay, Karlo.
I've got one name.
Karlo, you go first.
I'll go first. Oh, shall I say the 2? Okay, I'm pretty sure it was between Bottas and Ocon.
Okay.
And I think it is Bottas.
I was gonna go Bottas as well.
Okay, so you're both wrong.
Oh my day, that was...
Oh god.
It's like
The answer is someone who earlier, Luke, you said was happy to be there. It's Pierre Gasly.
Oh, Pierre Gasly. I was thinking him, but I honestly thought he finished outside of the points.
Did you?
But that was Sonoda.
Yeah. Okay. I like this next question. So, as seen on TikTok, what was stolen from the track in Australia and then confiscated? Someone made a TikTok, and it was a very funny TikTok, where they had taken something from the track after everyone went on the track. A sign.
Oh.
And it was confiscated. Someone made a TikTok about it. Do either of you know what was stolen?
I saw every single thing that got stolen, but I'm going to say a 100-meter board.
Okay.
No, a DRS board.
Okay. Karlo? If you
So it
haven't
was
seen the
taken
video,
from the
I'm
track.
sorry. Yeah, it was
I haven't
taken from
seen
the
it.
track. Oh, okay.
But if I was gonna go for something, I would go for maybe a tire marble that was on the side.
Oh.
Okay.
Go on.
One of you is correct.
It's not
The answer was a DRS sign.
Do you know how many people, as soon as you were allowed onto the track, people were climbing on the cages? They ripped down all the 50, 100, 150 meter boards.
I can't
was
lie,
doing some
that would
crazy,
be me.
man. I saw someone picked up a tire from one of the barriers, and there were 4 people carrying this tire that was painted like green and gold. Someone, you know that Heineken barriers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The star is actually a sticker, like a vinyl. I saw 2 people ripping one off, and I looked further down, and there was 5 more that they'd tried to rip off, but it failed.
Oh.
And as soon as they got to the end, security come up to them and said, "You can't do that," and stuck it back on the wall.
Too late. I'm sure so many
Too
people
late.
had already done it.
We had 5 chances, so to be fair.
I saw 2 TikToks. The first one was the DRS sign, and then the second one was someone stole a number 3. I think it was from George's 3rd place something. I don't know how he got it, but he got a number 3, and that was really good.
People were taking everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
So, you know, there was also, so the stands that are there, they've got big signs that says like Premium Ricardo stand, Jones stand, Moss stand. All of them were taken as well.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
All on eBay.
It was crazy.
I would
Just
so
a
keep
forged
them.
signature.
What memorabilia?
Yeah,
someone I was with offered someone $1,000 for a DRS board.
Really?
And the guy said no.
Yeah, I mean, I would try and find like a visor strip that's just been thrown during the race. I would try and find that. Although it's just a bit of plastic, it's a bit rubbish, but it's a little memento, you know.
You know where Sebastian Vettel binned it and hit the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of concrete taken out. People were taking literal concrete home.
Oh my god.
Because that's where Vettel hit the wall.
That's crazy.
Same thing with Stroll and Latifi. We walked past that, and obviously the barriers were all messed up. People were taking that.
Mm-hmm. Everyone was
It
going
was
rogue.
crazy.
I don't blame them though.
The Aussies might.
Too right. Anyway. Okay, next question. Apart from McLaren and Mercedes, which team finished in consecutive positions? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one other team.
There's one team that's stuck in my head, but I don't know if it's right. I'll let Karlo go first because I went first last time.
One sec.
He's Googling.
No, I'm thinking.
Hey Alexa.
Give me the standings. Oh my days. Oh, I got it. I know it.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah, I know. It's 100% Haas.
Okay.
Damn, I was saying Alpine.
Okay. Why are you so sure, Karlo?
Because I've gone through the other teams in my head, and it's not Ferrari, it's not Alpine because Alonso finished last. It's not McLaren. Well, obviously it's not McLaren, Mercedes. It can't be Red Bull. Who else is there?
What, Alfa Romeo?
Alfa Romeo. I'm pretty sure Bottas finished in the points, and Joe was outside the points. Joe was 11th. So unless
11th,
unless Bottas was 12th, which he wasn't, and then just by
process of elimination inside the mind
surely,
of Karlo.
You are correct.
Surely it's Haas. Okay.
It is Haas.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
Well done. That was impressive.
Thank you, guys.
That was very impressive.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
The final question number 5. Imola is the next race in 2 weeks' time. But who was on the Imola podium in 2021? If the last time we were at Imola,
I've got this as well.
Yeah?
No pressure, Luke, mate.
You're going first, Luke.
Bloody hell, mate.
Come on, mate.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to get so exposed here.
Is there a time limit?
Max 1, yeah.
I'm
Maybe.
not saying anything.
Maybe not.
Oh God. I'm going to go Max and Lewis.
Or maybe that was the race Lewis went deep into the corner. Was a lap down.
Baku?
Yeah.
Tried to overtake. Ooh.
Oh, dude, I'm going to go...
You got
this sucks. Lando?
Oh,
Okay.
he actually got it as well.
Did I get it?
I'm pretty sure because Lando was second and then Hamilton came back through, overtake Charles, and he got Lando at the end.
Yeah, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
Karlo, you was going to say
No
that as
way.
well.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
my
both
God,
right,
Verstappen,
so...
Hamilton, Norris.
Oh,
Exactly,
I knew that.
yeah.
I knew
Yeah,
that
you did.
the whole time. No.
Technically, you did.
It was tension.
I'm not sweating.
You've done it for the tension.
Yeah, dramatic music.
Oh, I'm not sweating.
The next segment
That was fun.
is news, but there's been no news.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah, no news at all.
other than Mercedes and McLaren doing better.
Yay, that's it.
I've got a quote from Christian Horner if you want to hear.
Okay, yeah, hit us.
Oh yes, I love this. I think I know which one you've got.
Really?
Well,
I haven't heard this.
Christian Horner, he said a very controversial statement after the race. He said, "I would rather fix a fast car than try to make a reliable slow one fast." And then pretty much social media went crazy about it because they're thinking, "What you on about, mate?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand
Max
that.
Verstappen opposed him, didn't he? Straight away.
yeah. Then Verstappen then went said,
Called him
after,
crazy.
"Yeah, you're crazy," and then because Verstappen.
Wait, what is he
was
trying to
like,
say?
Yeah.
So pretty much he would rather have like the Red Bull now, which is fast, like obviously up there with the Ferrari, but is unreliable, and fix that reliability issue, than to have a slow car, maybe like a Mercedes right now, and then try and make that one a quicker car.
Yeah.
Right.
So he would rather performance over reliability,
Okay, yeah.
which is what Alpine have also done this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I think
Interesting.
I don't agree with him at all.
I think what are you gonna say? Bollocks.
Yeah.
Whole lot of bollocks.
Hashtag bollocks. Just terrified.
Yeah. Wow. He says some unreal things sometimes.
There's another quote if you want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
This ain't word for word. I just watched the press conference after the Grand Prix. You know the top 3 drivers, they have their conference. So pretty much Leclerc was complaining about the safety car. That's the Martin safety car. And then George Russell said the Mercedes safety car goes 5 seconds quicker.
5 seconds a lap.
And then Leclerc said, well, you should see the Ferrari. If Ferrari should have a safety car, it will go 5 seconds quicker than the Mercedes one. So yeah, that was a funny moment. Because I would actually like to say with the safety car, the issue with Leclerc, like having understeer, going wide into the last corner before the restart, is not because of, well, it is because of his tyre warm-up being poor, but that's actually because the safety car is probably going a bit too slow, and they should actually not use that as the Martin safety car, in my opinion, if that's a big problem.
Look, it looks so good and it sounds so good, but 5 seconds a lap under safety car is a lot of time.
And especially if you're in an F1 car, you're driving so slow. You think you're driving so slow, trying to get heat into those tyres. It's actually a danger. It's a big risk, to be fair.
Yeah, 100%.
I will always have a special place in my heart for the Aston safety car. I love it. I don't want it to go. But so good. I have to say the Merc safety car for this year looks way better than the one that was last year. I really like the Merc safety car this year. I'm a big fan of both safety cars. But we should... Yeah, sit on the fence? I am a bit, to be honest. But it should be quicker.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about Aston Martin, I just want to say one thing real quick. Did you guys know I got on their live stream?
No.
I have to show you after the podcast. I got on their live stream. They were walking around, and I was in a McLaren Golf jumper, but I had my Mercedes Polo hiding underneath because I didn't want like a closeted Aston Martin fan. And then I saw the guy doing the live, like on the Melbourne Walk, and he was talking to someone in an Aston Martin outfit. So I quickly but slowly took off my jumper. And then as he come around, you can see me holding it in my hand. It just looks like a white jumper. And I'm there with scruffy hair going, yeah, I love Aston Martin. I love Aston Martin.
Yeah, no, they do a live every Thursday now, which is really cool. We do a live stream around the track, which is really cool to get the fans involved and everything.
Yeah. Such a fancy live stream as well. Moving on, I have heard from the FIA that we've got some team radios to show. Some listeners' team radios. We're doing it's a little bit like fan questions, except you get your voice on the podcast, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
So really cool. Before we get into it, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We'll be posting every Monday or Tuesday, getting you guys to send your voice messages in with a topic, and you can do that for your chance to be featured. In saying that, there has been quite a few voice messages come through for our first ever episode, so thank you to everyone that sent them in.
Thank you so much.
We've had to filter through the best ones, but don't stop trying because you'll get featured one day, I'm sure.
If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
That's a tough call.
It's a tough question. There are many songs in this life.
Yes. You could go the route of Supermax or Let's Go Lando.
Blue flags.
Pastor Maldonado, he's got a song.
Yeah.
F1 theme tune, bass boosted, that's important.
Bass boosted, 1 hour loop.
It's just white noise at this point, just put me to sleep, you know?
Yeah.
The flute remix of the F1 theme song as well.
Fantastic.
The F1 drivers, the Twitch quartet singing the F1 theme song. There's a lot, to be fair. There's a lot.
Yeah.
That is true. Does it have to be F1 based?
No, any.
But if it's any song, damn.
See, I'm really I'm really into like Kanye and Jack Harlow at the moment.
Nice, yeah.
But if I was to listen to one song, it would be by Dempsey Hope. But I don't think many people know him. It's called Roller Rink. If you haven't listened to that song, do yourself a favor.
What vibes does it give you?
It's a it's a semi in my feels vibe.
Okay.
But also like kind of gets me pumped in a weird way.
Yeah.
Good
What about
choice,
you,
to be fair.
Karlo?
I feel like, because there's loads of songs that I like, but they're for different times of the day and for different moods. So you need to pick a song that can be played at any time, anywhere, any mood. That's what I'm thinking. I'll go for a Drake song. And it's a bit obvious. It's like one of his bait ones, but I think One Dance, it can be played at any time of the day. In my opinion, you can listen to it into the
whatever
shower.
mood.
You can listen to it to go to sleep. So yeah, that would be my song.
Sleeping. I cannot focus on that sleeping.
Just a little bop when you're about to sleep.
Hannah, what about you?
For me, recently I've listened to this song again. It's Follow by Crystal Fighters. It's the vibes it gives me is it's summer. Obviously here in the UK we don't get sun very often, so when it does I like to treasure those moments. And this song just reminds me of summer, like the windows are open, sun is beaming in, it's good times, it's good vibes, and that's what that song gives me, and I love it. And it's a FIFA song, which is great because all FIFA songs give me great vibes.
I'm changing my song. I apologize.
What is
the
it?
song just came to my head. Fast and Furious 5, that end song, Danza Kuduro, something like that.
Oh, Drew Sandstorm.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't like that.
Drew Sandstorm.
Wait,
no,
guys,
no.
really random fact, but Darude Sandstorm, I wrote in my yearbook quote when I left school, I wrote just Darude Sandstorm. That was my yearbook quote. Looking back, right,
So
I was scared I would look back and think it was cringe, but you know what? I own that.
Mine's cringe. Mine is the photographer had to squat to take my photo.
That's good. That's really good.
Are you small?
Yeah, kind of. I'm like 5'7".
Well, I'm like 5'7" as well.
Where are you?
Yeah. Well, maybe 5.
I'm 5'7"
seven
too.
and a half.
No, I'm not.
Alright, maybe I'm like 5'6". I think I'm blowing it up a little bit.
We're all 5'7", like. Let's go.
I'm like 5'5", I think.
Okay.
If there's any
I thought
chance,
you were gonna go the route of like Tokyo Drift or something.
Oh no! You wanna? How they know? How they live?
Hey guys, so my question is, do you believe that Latifi should be a Formula 1 driver? And if you do not, who do you think should replace him?
Oh,
wow.
Damn. Quick answer. Quick answer. No. That is my opinion. No.
So if we had to say yes or no, let's start it like that. Yes or no? You'll know?
No.
I'm no.
No.
Do you know who should be there? And it's not like out of the box one. Nick de Vries. That's who I think should be there. You know,
well,
he won.
They raced in the same year in F2.
Yeah.
And de Vries beat him.
Yeah.
In saying
Swept
that,
him.
it was a very... I personally think it was a very weak F2 field.
Oh, yeah.
And de Vries didn't really smash them.
Yeah, he didn't smash them compared to... Before that was Russell, and then before that was Charles Leclerc, innit? So, to the standards of Leclerc and Russell, who we know are top, probably in the top 5 drivers on the grid right now.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't do that, but I just think he's better than Latifi. And Mercedes, reserve driver? Is he their reserve driver?
I'm not
Something
sure.
like that.
Something like that. So, that's who I'd go for.
But, like, if you look at that F2 year, de Vries didn't really smash Latifi.
That's true.
But in saying that, he still beat him. But I think if we get de Vries in the car, we're still going to see less accidents and sort of less mistakes. He also went to Formula E and killed it over there.
He won it last year.
Yeah.
Reigning champion.
Mm-hmm.
Reigning champion.
Reigning
Give that man an F1 seat.
Give him Latifi's seat. Confirmed.
So, yeah, there you go. Who would it? So you would go Nick De Vries?
I'd
to
go Nick De
replace him?
Vries. What about you?
Yeah.
Or you two?
Oh wow, I would go like a Teo Porcher.
Oh, it's a bit too early, no? I feel like he's
Nah.
so good, yeah, and he has the potential, but we couldn't. I feel like it could ruin his career being chucked in too early. Or are you
I think,
saying
like,
if you had to replace him right now, who would it be? Or at the end of the season, who?
at
would
the
it
end
be?
of the season?
Okay,
End of the
yeah,
season.
possibly, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Right now, I literally probably just throw Hulkenberg in there.
Oh my
Or
god.
like Liam Lawson or
We
something.
love Hulkenberg on this podcast.
We do love Hulk.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, who else? Who else could go there? There's no one. Stoffel Van Dorn, maybe, if you want to bring people back.
Piastri?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like Piastri.
Yeah,
is
why
one
did
of,
it
like,
take so long for us to bring his name up?
No, but I
Probably
feel like
'cause he's so
Piastri
heavily
is so
attached to
like.
Alpine.
As soon as Alonso retires, he's going straight there.
Yeah, the reason I didn't
Alonso
say
did
is...
say he wants to be here for
Yeah.
till 2024 or 2025. I'm not here for that.
Yeah, that's true. We want Piastri now.
Love you, Nando, but I want Piastri.
Mm-hmm.
Class. But yeah, Piastri, Nick De Vries. Anyone else?
No.
No. Nah, that's it.
Oh, Antonio Giovinazzi, throw him in there.
Yeah, why
True.
not? Put him in the mix.
I don't know how the Ferrari links would work, but you never know. Or
we got,
you put someone in Alpha. You put Magnussen into the Williams. Oh no, not Magnussen. You put Zhu into the Williams, then you put Giovinazzi.
I think
back.
I'd put Bottas there instead. I was kind of hoping he was going to go to Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he would go back.
Yeah.
This is a message for F1Karlo. Who is your all-time favourite racer and why?
Ooh.
Mm,
Okay.
that's a tough one.
I've said this before. My favourite of all time will always be Michael Schumacher. However, no, not however. Also, Sebastian Vettel has to be in there because he was the baby Schumi, or was called the baby Schumi. And then it's like a pathway. Schumacher to Vettel, then Vettel left Ferrari, and who did he leave in Ferrari? Charles Leclerc. So
Pass the baton.
these are my three. There's a pathway.
I rate that.
That's my pathway.
I rate
So I'm just
that.
continuing it on. So when then Mick goes to Ferrari, then they get taken
When?
over. Yeah,
A
when
full
you
circle?
will,
When?
you will. It has to be done. Has
Yeah,
to be
you
done.
will.
Full circle. My life's complete.
What if Gio takes that seat?
No. No, it just won't happen. It just won't happen, please. But yeah, that's how I see it. So, Hannah, what about you?
I think my favourite driver of all time, it has to be Lewis Hamilton. I'm a big Lewis fan at heart. Even though I try to be neutral, but I don't really want to be neutral anymore. I'm a Mercedes fan.
Yeah.
And I like Lewis. I mean, I'm not going to bring up statistics, but he's obviously very good. Let's say that.
Yes.
I like his
There's
message.
a lot of statistics you could go through.
Mhm, yeah. I like his personality. I like his message, and I think he's a great driver. So I'm going to say Lewis Hamilton for me.
Okay,
That's fair.
Okay. that's really fair. I love Lewis. Lewis is really great.
Mm-hmm.
I started not liking him, but how could you not? Honestly,
That's true.
Yeah. If I was to pick a favorite driver, I think I've been watching it for the least amount of time compared to you two. So my favorite driver would be pretty, like, of all time, would be very recent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know people are gonna say, why aren't you picking Ayrton Senna or Alan Prost or something like that?
Jim Clark.
That's just Jim Clark. It's just not my vibe, you know. I think I've been watching for about 3 years. So out of pride, I'll say Daniel Ricciardo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he is a
Daniel
close
Ricciardo.
second
Lewis
to
is
me
up
as
there.
well.
If Max Verstappen had the Ferrari car, would he beat Charles Leclerc in the championship?
This is really tough because obviously they've never
It's a
been in
flip
the
of a
same
coin.
car.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a whole year with Verstappen in a championship fight, but we've only seen 3 races with Leclerc in it.
Yeah. It's hard to say. I mean, my inner Lewis fan wants to say that Leclerc would be better, but Verstappen is an incredible driver.
Yeah, for content's for what's it called? Just for the sake of this argument, let's pretend that they're both fighting for their first world championship. Because I know Verstappen said after his first, he doesn't need another one.
Yeah,
that's quite a statement to make from a Formula One driver, by the way.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's like Yuki Tsunoda saying, "I'm not expecting to get signed next year."
Yeah. Also, side note, I love Yuki Tsunoda. All the other drivers being like told their like biggest dream, Formula One champion. I want to be a champion.
Yeah.
And then Yuki Tsunoda's like, I want to open a restaurant.
Yeah.
What a
dream
guy.
big, Yuki. Dream big.
Yeah.
But back to it. I'm pretty sure this is testing my knowledge. They did race in a go-karting in like 2010, 2011, and Verstappen did win it. Yeah, that race as well. But in that championship, I'm pretty sure Max did win, and Charles came second. So, history-wise, Max has got the championship in karting over him, and they'll both going toe-to-toe. However, I honestly would say Charles, based off not raw speed, based off IQ. I feel like
IQ,
Charles
I was going to say the same thing.
Charles has a better knowledge overall. I see Maxi, he's so tunnel visioned in first place, winning. He doesn't see like the bigger picture sometimes compared to Charles. And as you saw in Bahrain, just like getting the DRS on the second straight instead of the first one. Yeah, like, Charles just knew that.
Charles started to play chicken with him. He was the one that broke first to get the DRS, and then the next lap, Max Verstappen kind of figured that out.
Yeah.
At Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I would say Charles as well.
Really?
I feel like Charles is a lot more mature, and like we're seeing that this year. I think Charles has a lot more history as well, and a lot more weight on his shoulders, kind of thing. And he's been through a whole lot more, and that's helped him mature as well. I would say Charles.
Yeah.
But it would be very close. Like, I'm not saying Charles would like easily get him like Hamilton did to, I don't know, Rosberg in 14 and 15. But I'd say like it would come down to like the last race, and then he would beat him, or come down to 2 races. But overall,
as long as there's no controversy,
carrying on with that question. This is like my question to you guys. In qualifying, who do you think is a better qualifier? Because I say with my heart, out of all of them, I'm saying Charles has the best qualifying pace on the grid. Not even between Max and that. He's had like 11 poles for Ferrari, and like in 2019, I know the car was, you know, the engine and everything. He did get the most poles in 2019 with a car that was quick at some races, but not overall as quick. And even last year, he got 2 poles in Monaco and Baku. I just feel like he is the qualifying guy, and on a Saturday, he would beat pretty much anyone in the same car, even the likes of Hamilton and Russell, in my opinion. It's controversial.
I think I agree with you.
No, I like that. That's very bold, but like the way you put it,
it makes sense.
I kind of have to agree with you. But then again, looking at Max Verstappen's how quick he was last year.
But that was in a car which Perez didn't know. And already 2 races in, Perez did out-qualify Max in a car where they were both starting even from.
This is true.
So, yeah.
You're just coming with all the
I'm
facts.
not going to fight you on that one. I'm not going to fight you on that one. I'm going to pick my battles.
What is all your favourite Grand Prix of all time?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I'd say, Hannah, you go first, because I have to think.
So, I'm really between 2. One race that I really loved was Baku 2021, where we had the Max DNF, the tyre blowout, the Lewis mistake. We had Vettel on the podium.
I had a bit of everything, didn't it?
Yeah, and I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, Perez's first win at Red Bull. I really just loved that race, and I was so excited watching it. I was watching it with my brother, and he isn't the biggest F1 fan at that point. He's getting there. But I
Good.
just remember just watching that race and just really loving it. But of course, Monza 2021 as well was an amazing race. And I can't not have that one up there. So for me, it's between Baku and Monza, both in 2021.
Yeah.
No, it's good, to be fair.
What about you, Luke?
Yeah. I'm gonna go Monza 2021 as well. I had one in my head, but it's just escaped me. Oh, Sakir 2020
Oh, that was a great
with
race.
Checo's first win.
Perez's one.
Yes.
Oh no. Do you know what I'm saying? No. I was a full course Mercedes fan that day because I was like, Russell, please win. Like, this would be good. Then they bottle it. When Mercedes never bottled it the whole season, one time Russell was there, they bottled it. I was like, you know what? That's it. This is why I don't really like you, Mercedes.
Yeah.
I was really.
See, I was.
Go on.
I was against Mercedes that day, except George Russell.
Yeah.
But the race kind of had a bit of everything. Like, it had drama, it had a new winner, like it just had everything.
Mm-hmm.
The crash at the start between Max and Charles.
And Perez was involved in that. And
Perez went last and then
Perez went all the way to the back.
It was crazy. It literally had everything. That overtake from Russell and Bottas was just chef's kiss.
Perfection.
Oh, so good. So good.
Oh, no, that was
Karlo, what about you?
For me, I've got a lot. I don't know which one's my favourite, but I'll just say them all. So pretty much, I'll go quick. 2019 German Grand Prix when Max won, Seb came back to P2 or P3, and Kvyat was on the podium, and like it was just crazy, like rain everywhere, Leclerc crashing out, Hamilton crashing out. You didn't know which tires to be on. I'm pretty sure there was a stat like all 5 compounds were in use at the same time. Like one driver had the extreme wets, one driver had the soft tires on at the same time.
Oh wow!
I remember watching it, just like, this race is crazy. 2019 Italy, Charles winning in Monza, emotion, beautiful. 2014 Bahrain, Hamilton and Rosberg's like scrap, because we came off Vettel dominating for like 4 years. Then Mercedes coming out and just having a massive battle. And then, what was the other one I was going to say? 2018 Silverstone. I was there. Vettel won in Ferrari.
Yeah.
Everyone was a Hamilton fan, so they're all booing him. Now I was just standing there, up, right in the middle with my Ferrari shirt on, thinking, I am the man. I am the man.
Yeah.
I'm supporting you. But then, and also, after that race, Hamilton did a crowd surf, and like I was like 1 centimeter away from like touching him. I was like, oh my
No
god.
way.
But do you know his
That's
crowd
awesome.
surf that he does like at Silverstone when he used to win? I don't think he does it anymore because obviously like COVID. He used to do crowd surfing all the time. But then they're like my favorites.
That's some really good races.
That's awesome.
So that was our first episode. Thank you everyone at home for listening to the very special first episode of the Paddock Pass podcast. We really hope you enjoyed it. We have lots of fun things planned for the next coming months. We have TikTok, we have Patreon, we have Instagram, we have all the socials, and we'd love you guys to send in some more voice note questions because we really enjoyed listening to your team radios. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week for episode 2.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.